Hi, it's Dr. Dreama here on the Woodage Network with Designing Your Dream Business. And I've had some questions come up. Viewers like you who want to know, okay, what about coaching? Do I need to have a coach? Can I be successful without a coach? What kind of a coach would I hire? These are great questions, and that's what we're going to be talking about today. How to find the right coach for you. When you're beginning in business, it's easy to get overwhelmed with all of the moving parts, right? That's where a coach comes in handy. You see, as you start working with all of these moving parts, some of them you're not going to be very familiar with, or there are going to be others which stir up feelings, fears of what if I don't do it good enough? What if I'm not good enough? Remember we talked about mindset and how fear comes along to help keep you in the same old place? Okay, that's what we're talking about today. So where would a coach come in? Easy. A coach can come in any part of your process. You see, the thing about having a coach is a coach can show you, see differently. They can show you what you're missing. You see, we're not always our best judge, right? Sometimes we don't see things because we're blind to those spots. We've all got blind spots. A coach comes in and is able to help you see where maybe you're distracting yourself. Maybe you're not using your time wisely. So when you think about a coach, you really want to think about your optimal success because we can all always improve somewhere. And if you think about a prime athlete is likely to have more than one coach. They may need a coach to, like if you're a runner, then you may need a coach at the very beginning to help you figure out how to get your best start off. Or maybe you need a coach to help you figure out how to finish. Maybe you need a coach around your mindset. So people frequently have more than one coach. You may have a mindset coach, and you may have a business strategy coach. So it really depends on what you feel like you need in order to be as successful as you can be. So let's break it down. A mindset coach is going to get in there and help you figure out where you're stopping yourself. We all have these things that come up. We all have fears that hold us back. We all fall into the trap of self-doubt. Doesn't mean it's true. It just means it's there. A mindset coach will listen to you and catch the places where your doubt creeps in. That's what I do. I do a lot of mindset coaching because it's so important that you believe that you can achieve it. Because if you don't believe it, trust me, you will not achieve it. This is a guaranteed fact. I have seen it over and over again. People come out and they have the most incredible idea, but somewhere along the line, the voices creep in, the doubts creep in, the breakdown happens, and they give up. I mean, think about it. Being an entrepreneur is not the easiest work. It's wonderful work. It's exciting work. But you're on your own a lot. And this is where self-doubt comes in. In my own mastermind coaching group, last week we were talking about how often do you break down? Because we all needed to acknowledge that, yes, we do break down sometimes. Because the moving pieces, there's so many moving pieces. And if I haven't done my mindset work around money, for example, then I'm going to be constantly pushing up against my own self-imposed limits. This is where a mindset coach comes in to help you overcome those limitations that are self-induced. A business strategy coach is great for helping you get in there and figuring out what's your financial goal and breaking it down to what do we need to do in order to get you there. They may also set you up with sales funnels, teach you how to build an email list, teach you how to create a sales strategy within your email list. So a business strategy coach is going to look at the different parts of your business and help you figure out where you can optimize your time. Or it may help you with bookkeeping or accounting, setting systems in place, setting a system in place to follow up with people you've had contact with. You can see with all these moving parts, it's easy to get lost. So a coach should also be somebody who can support you, who can validate your journey, but also call you out on your BS, because we all do it. And if you don't have somebody calling you out, you may go down a rabbit hole for days, weeks, months. You may begin to self-doubt. If you've got somebody holding you accountable, you don't get to use those excuses. And everybody has them, trust me. So you may also have a coach who works with you just around something very specific in your business. If you're offering service-based stuff versus actual physical product stuff, you may need a different coach for both of those. So it really depends on where you are in your business. Some coaches actually specialize in new business owners who are in their first or second year. Because that first or second year when you're building up those foundations and getting your systems in place, that's a very different beast than when you want to scale up. So maybe you've been happy making six figures, and now you're like, you know what? Those are low six figures. I want to make high six figures. I need to scale up. You can have a coach around the different parts of your graphic design, your branding. It's amazing. You can have a storytelling coach in order to get your story out there. So think about your strengths and think about the areas where you're still growing. Places that you're challenged. We're all challenged in different areas. The question is, what do we do with that understanding? That's the place where I would suggest you go and find a coach. Start looking around, start asking around, and I always suggest that you have a consultation. You just want to see, what is this like for me to work with this person? Does it feel like a fit? You may want to look at their testimonials. And of course, testimonials they're always raving fans, right? But you can also ask, are there any current clients that I could talk to? And a coach who doesn't want you to talk to their other clients, sometimes there's confidentiality that comes into play with that. But beware about what they tell you. You just want to read between the lines here and let them know that you're just shopping around right now. It's okay to say no. One of the things that I don't like about the online coaching industry is some people will tell you that if you're saying no, like, I just don't have that amount of money. Maybe this coach is charging $10,000 and you're like, I can't afford to invest that. Some coaches will come back and say, obviously you're not ready to do this. You could put it on a credit card, and there's a little bit of pressure there. Feel free to say no. That may not be the coach for you. Now, coaching is an investment, absolutely. But it's an investment that pays off because you continue making progress. And in this world, when you want to start making six figures, when you want to be the one out there known for upping their game, you're going to want a coach by your side. For me, it is so nice when I had a stumbling block to know I've got somebody out there who's going to help me with that, whether because she already knows about what I'm talking or because she's going to help me do some research. We're going to figure it out together. And as an entrepreneur, when you're in business for yourself, if you're working particularly in the online world, you need that support. You need to have somebody to bounce ideas off of. So, just to recap here, you want to get yourself a coach that is specific to the areas where you are still growing. You might be great at sales copy, but you may not be so great at creating a sales funnel if in fact you need one. You may have a lot of confidence in yourself and you know you're really good at what you do, but you struggle sometimes because you find yourself questioning, don't know if I can really do this. I don't know. Am I thinking too big? Should I be trying to be this big? You need a mindset coach. So look around, and if you have questions, come back here. Shoot me an email. It's Dreama, DREMA, at dreamadial.com. Dreamadial.com. Send me an email. I'm happy to answer questions. And if you have other questions, like some of you have reached out and asked these questions about coaching, ask away. That's what I'm here for. This is Dr. Dreama on the Woodage Network.